I love math, the way the path goes on the graph, how it functions. Cause great discussion in the math class, shall put no textbook before the math class. Functions real radical and very graphical. That's the way it goes in the math class, some of the real bros.
And let's look at the question of version B. Okay, for this case, it's not a quadratic equation with imaginary number, but we will do it the same way, taking the square root on both sides. So x plus 6 squared, getting the square root is equal to 25 in the square root. Okay, so 25 is actually 5 times 5, right? This is a 5 times 5. And on the left side, we get rid of the square root. So we have x plus 6 is equal to 5. But remember, there's a plus minus sign, plus or minus 5. And then we just need to, since this is x plus 6, we want to isolate the x, right? So we need to minus 6 on both sides. Okay, remember this is minus 6 should go before the plus minus sign, okay? So now we get x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus 5. So let's look at the plus first, okay? So x1, actually x1, x is equal to minus 6 plus 5, okay? Minus 6 plus 5 is minus 1. And or x is equal to minus 6 minus 5. Minus 6 minus 5, which means like 5 number less than minus 6, right? Less than minus 6. So it goes to negative 11. So the answer is x is equal to 1 or x is equal to minus 11. So the answer is D for this case. For this one, we see the A value is still 1, okay? But B value here, B is equal to minus 12. So the constant over here should be minus 12 over 2 squared. So minus 12 over 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 squared means minus 6 times minus 6 is 36, okay? So the answer is D, 36 here. Okay, so let's look at the last question we had here, and I think the version B, let's go for the version B first, okay? So first let's draw a line. Left, what's on the left side? Oh, leave what on the right side, okay? And then we figure out the A value, B value, and C value, right? So the A value is equal to 9, B value is equal to minus 24, the C value is equal to 16. Okay, so now we use the X box, okay, X box. So let's draw X first. So this is AC. AC is 9 times 16 is 144. And the B value is minus 24. Now we need to figure out two identical numbers. And when we time them, when we multiply them together, you need to be 144. So it's either 12 times 12 or negative 12 times negative 12. But look at our B value here, right? If this is a 12 times 12, when we add those two together, so we need to add this, okay? Add this together. That's positive 24. So it's not correct, right? But this is times, okay, times. So then it should be negative 12 because negative 12 plus negative 12 is negative 24. And in this case, we need to use the box because the coefficient of the A value is greater than 1. It's 9x squared. See that? So let's draw a box here. And let's draw this box here, okay? Okay, and then we need to get those numbers right, okay? This is 9x squared, and this is minus 12x, minus 12x, and this is minus 24. Oh, sorry, this is like 16, right? And then 9x squared, which two terms times together is 9x squared. It's 3x times 3x, right? 3x times 3x. And then you're gonna figure out the number times 3x is equal to minus 12x here. So it must be negative 4, okay? It must be negative 4 here because 3x times negative 4 is equal to negative 12x. And so that's this side, okay, negative 4. So we know that now we can write this equation like 3x minus 4 times 3x minus 4 is equal to negative 2. Okay, so then this is 3x minus 4 squared is equal to negative 2. Okay, so we see on the right hand side it's a negative number, so we must deal with the imaginary number here. Okay, let's take in the square roots on both sides. So this is the square root of 3x minus 4 squared, so this square and square root got cancelled out. And on the right hand side, it's square root of negative 2. Okay, so now we need to figure out what's here. Okay, what's here? So when we're taking the square root, first thing is that we need to add the plus or minus sign here, right? So it's a 3x minus 4 is equal to plus or minus. But then we're gonna deal with the negative, the square root of negative 2. Remember that this is negative 2 is equal to square root of negative 1 times 2. And 2 is not a perfect square number, we cannot factor it. So we need to deal with the negative 1 here. And we know that I squared is equal to negative 1, right? I squared is equal to negative 1. So this is actually I times 2 is equal to square root of negative 2. So then we can factor out this I, right? And leave the 2 here because since 2 is not a perfect square number. So this is a plus or minus I times square root of 2. Okay. And then we just need to solve this part. So isolate the x here. So we need to plus 4 on both sides. Okay, plus 4 on both sides. So then we get 3x is equal to 4 plus or minus I times square root of 2. And then you divide 3 on both sides. And this is the answer. You can just box it because 3 divides 3 got cancelled, okay? So just box this answer. So the answer is 4 plus or minus I times square root of 2 over 3.
That's all for today, Rebels. Have a mathematical Monday.